In the movie Aladdin, there are 2 times that the young man asks Princess Jasmine, "Do you trust me?" Both are near the beginning of the movie, and both moments are slightly ridiculous situations. But for whatever reason, Princess Jasmine says yes to Aladdin both times. As a boss with new employees, we often expect trust from those new employees. But they don't tend to be as trusting as the young princess was. In my last video, I talked about how trust is a belief system. As adults, most of us have a belief that we can't trust people. Leaders have a tendency to believe, hey, I've got a big company, you wanted to come work here, I offered you a job, you accepted, therefore, you trust me. But that is simply not the case. The first few weeks on a new job is hard work because we are constantly creating hypotheses about people and looking for evidence to back those up. As a leader, you can't expect someone to trust you on day one. In fact, your new employee is looking for reasons to not trust you. People seek evidence that supports what they already believe. Your new employees are looking for reasons to not trust you. They understand there's a honeymoon period and will later dig even harder. So how do you break down that wall and start to build trust? The first step is remembering that you can't demand or expect trust. You must trust the new employee first. One thing that you're going to hear from me over and over is that you must be willing to meet an employee where they are, and you must be willing to make the changes or sacrifices first. The same is true here. You must place trust in your employee first. Remember, you were the one who hired them. You were the one who made the offer. You were the one who thought they were the right person for the job. And if you didn't think they were right for the job, then shame on you for hiring them and setting them up for failure. Building trust starts with you providing all of the details of the job. The detail will vary based on job level, but you are still required to provide clarity. Ask questions to make sure that the employee understands the job and what is expected of them. Then, after giving all of the clarity, move out of the way and let them work. Here's where it gets difficult. You must check in on the employee, but when you analyze their work, you must do it within the context of the expectations that you set. If you didn't train them on something, that's your fault, and you need to admit that and take blame. Many bosses like to give off the perception that they're perfect. They make no mistakes. I remember very clearly the first time I admitted fault to a specific employee, and she responded, "Oh, so you are human." That was a very humbling moment. And what I learned from that is that I can build real trust by showing my faults. I'm not encouraging you to run out and make mistakes so that you can apologize and be human. I'm telling you to allow your unpolished self to show up in certain situations. Please don't run around proclaiming all of your mistakes to the world. But when it's appropriate, share your faults with others. The second step is simply do what you say you're going to do. No matter the cost, if you made a promise, fulfill it. There have been times that I've gotten busy at work, and because of that, things have fallen to the side. And at times, I've had to stay up very late to complete something that I promised an employee because that is how you earn their trust. It's how you show you respect them. The last thing I encourage you to do is to be there and to help. I have a passion for aviation, and one of the great leaders in aviation is Gordon Bethune. One thing that Gordon was known for was being at the airport on major holidays. Now, he wasn't there to oversee, but to help. He would sling bags and he'd help check people in or whatever it took. He made a statement time and time again saying, "I'm not better than you and your job isn't below me." More importantly, he showed them that their sacrifice of working on a holiday was a sacrifice he was willing to make as well. Being there allows you to connect better with your employees. You can learn more about them, hear their ideas, and share your beliefs with them. You can also set the example. It's these moments that you can really begin to connect and build lifelong trust. To recap, there are 3 steps to building trust. The first is to provide clarity of expectations and make judgments based only on the expectations that you set. The second is do what you say you're going to do, and the third is to be there. A big part of what you need to do is look at how you are building trust. If you're just demanding it or expecting it, you need to change that before you can ever expect trust in return. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can continue this journey and begin seeing how to use it in the real world. Do you have a story or a question about trust? Please feel free to share it in the comments below and we can talk about it. Also, check out my new website at mikejmorgan.com to learn more about me, what I love, and how I can help you. Remember to hit the like button and please share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also change their lives. Watch my last episode about the belief system of trust, or you can watch my video about what belief systems are.